10 Reasons Why You Need to Visit India. The impression that India leaves on a traveler is unlike any other. Because of its long and varied history, India is home to some of the world's most striking contrasts. India's sensory overload stems from the country's plethora of sights, sounds, and extreme dichotomies. When you visit some places in the world, they become a permanent fixture in your memory. The country of India fits this description for me. I was blown away by the abundance of the land, its exotic architecture and flora, and the pure, concentrated intensity of its colors. When I was finally able to visit India, the world was suddenly recast in glorious technicolor, from the black and white images I had been used to seeing before. 1. National Geographic. India's locals, especially those living in the country, are among the friendliest and most welcoming I've met on my travels. You will feel the warmth of the locals whether you are invited to a home for a traditional meal or you are simply strolling the streets and come across children at play. India's locals, especially those living in the country, are among the friendliest and most welcoming you'll meet anywhere in the world. You will be moved by the kindness and hospitality of the locals whether you are invited to a home for a traditional meal. You may start to feel like a major celebrity when everyone wants to take a picture of themselves with you. 2. Taj Mahal. When people think of India, they think of the Taj Mahal, one of the 7 wonders of the world and undoubtedly the most well-known building in the world. This teardrop on the face of eternity, constructed by the Emperor Shah Jahan in honor of his favorite wife, is widely regarded as one of the most stunning examples of architectural brilliance. Everyone who travels should stop by this marble tomb. The iconic Taj Mahal can be found in Agra, India, on the banks of the Yamuna River. It's hard to put into words the level of beauty in this work. Any list of recommended vacation spots would be incomplete without including this location. 3. Food. There is no need to convince me twice about visiting India. While there, I ate some of the best food of my life. Indians place a high value on food, and the country's cuisine is as varied as its people. Northern India is known for its rich, creamy, moderately spicy curries. Among my favorites are tandoori chicken, parathas, and mutton rogan josh. Northern Indian cuisine draws heavily from Persian and Mughlai traditions. Spicier than Northern Indian fare, Southern Indian food is characterized by its use of coconut, seafood, and rice. The masala dosas and the fish coconut curries were 2 of my favorite Southern specialties. The large number of vegetarian Hindus ensures that vegetarians in India have plenty of options. India has one of the most diverse and extensive food cultures in the world. As a culture, Indians place a high value on food, and the country's cuisine reflects this by offering a wide variety of styles and flavors. Medium spicy, thick, creamy curries are common in the north. Northern Indian cuisine draws heavily from Persian and Mughlai traditions. Southern Indian food is typically spicier than Northern Indian food and features ingredients like coconut, seafood, and rice. 4. The most sacred river in the world. From its source in the Himalayas' northern reaches, the Ganges flows southeast for a total of 2,525 kilometers before emptying into the Bay of Bengal. To the world's 1 billion Hindus, however, the Ganges is much more than just a river. It's the stuff they feed on to stay alive. It's a source of food and livelihood through fishing, manufacturing, and farming, but also of spiritual cleansing and hope for the afterlife through religious belief that its waters carry people's prayers to God. Varanasi is India's oldest city, and many devout Hindus travel there for religious ceremonies or to cremate their dead along the Ganges River. The Hindu faith holds that a person's soul can be safely delivered to heaven and freed from the cycle of rebirth if their remains are scattered in a river. 5. Rajasthan. Northern India's Rajasthan province is where visions of mighty forts and Mughal palaces first come to mind. As the story goes, Rajasthan has more historical sites than the rest of India put together. Camel riding, glittering jewels, and vast deserts characterize this region. 6. Beaches. If you're looking to get away from the hustle and bustle of northern India, head to one of the southern coasts of the country. The southern, more remote beaches of Goa are quieter and more pristine than the state's more popular beach destinations, which have become increasingly crowded. About 90 minutes south of Goa's airport are Agonda and Palolem, 2 of my favorite places in the state. The beaches of India are a welcome respite from the organized mayhem and traffic that characterize daily life in the country. There's never a dull moment on India's beaches, whether you're lounging on one of Odisha's tranquil shores, one of South India's palm-fringed shores, or Goa's lively shores. What's more, a tourist can choose between attending the midnight beach party and relaxing on a quiet, secluded beach. 7. Spirituality and faith. It is impossible to understand the depth of the connection between religion and culture in India without mentioning the role that spirituality plays in daily life. India is the birthplace of all of the world's major religions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. Being a part of the local community and witnessing the locals go about their daily lives is a very personal experience. Spiritual seekers also flock to India, where they can engage in activities like yoga and meditate at ashrams. People from all over the world travel to India to explore their inner selves and find meaning in life. Several major world religions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and Jainism, trace their origins back to this country. Saints and sages who meditated, practiced, and perfected yoga have also called India home. Bodh Gaya, Varanasi, Pushkar, Rishikesh, Haridwar, Auroville, and Dharamshala are just some of the major religious and spiritual centers in India. 8. The age-old structures and rich past. 8. The age-old structures and rich past forts, palaces, mosques, temples, monuments, and ancient ruins abound in India, a stunning and architecturally diverse country. India is home to one of the world's earliest civilizations, and the country's buildings reflect that rich heritage of tradition, ritual, and belief. Numerous dynasties in the colonial era each contributed to the development of distinct architectural styles. India is a historical and aesthetic paradise, with 32 sites recognized as World Heritage by UNESCO. One of the world's earliest civilizations can be found in India. Innumerable dynasties and civilizations have risen and fallen in India over the centuries, each leaving their mark on the country's architecture. Many of the historical and archaeological sites have been designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites because of their incredible significance. The forts, palaces, and temples of India are a testament to the artistic prowess of India's kings and dynasties, and they feature some of the most eye-catching architectural designs in the world. With 32 sites all over the country designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites, India is a veritable goldmine for architecture and history buffs. 9. Adventure. In India, you can take your spirit of exploration with you anywhere you go. Traveling in India is a never-ending adventure, whether you're exploring the southern beaches of Goa on a Royal Enfield, trekking the snow-capped mountains of the north, looking for Bengal tigers and Indian elephants in the wild, or simply navigating the chaotic streets of Delhi. Anywhere you go in India is bound to be a high-octane adventure. The entire country of India is one big adventure, from the beaches of Goa to the snowy mountains of the north, from the chance sighting of Royal Bengal tigers and Indian elephants in the wild to the challenge of navigating the chaotic streets of Delhi. 10. Festivals and fairs. India is fortunate to enjoy the fruits of its unity in diversity. It not only brightens everyone's lives but also makes it possible for people to celebrate all year long. We Indians seem to always be celebrating something. Whenever you visit India, you'll be able to participate in a grand festival or fair. Major events in Indian culture include the Kumbh Mela and the Pushkar Camel Fair, two of the world's largest religious gatherings, as well as the colorful Holi and Diwali festivals. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.